Hey guys, what's going on? GT2 King here, back today with another video, and today we're going to be doing something a bit different. Since Mass Flies is probably one of the worst unusual effects in game for most hats, I decided to look into the most expensive masked fly unusuals, and some of these are actually really expensive and people actually pay this amount of money for them. So let's just jump right in. We're going to be counting down the top 5 most expensive masked flies unusuals in Team Fortress 2. Okay, so in the number 1 spot, we're gonna start with the cheapest of the 5, and it's the Villain's Veil with masked flies, and it's coming in at around 175 keys, which translates to around $352.80 in US dollars. And this hat is actually for Sniper, and it's one of my favorite miscs. But again, it is masked flies, and for that price, there's a lot more Villain's Veils that you could probably get with better effects. So yeah, it's not too nice for me. Alright, so the second unusual we're going to be looking into is actually the same price as the Villain's Veil, but it's a better hat and it's kind of a misc, all class as well, and it's the Antlers with masked flies, and it's coming in at the same price of 175 keys, which goes to $352.80, but I decided to put this a bit higher than the Villain's Veil, mainly because it's a misc and it could be equipable with almost any hat, because it doesn't have too big of an equip region, or no equip region if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's a really nice all class hat, but the effect is really bad, and masked flies in general isn't too nice. So yeah, that's the number 4 spot. Alright, coming in the number 3 spot, it's actually a god tier unusual, but with a horrible unusual effect obviously of masked flies, and it's the No Mercy, coming in at 275 to 295 keys, which averages to around 280, and it goes for $574.56. So I've seen quite a bit of these sold back when sweepstakes was a thing. I remember this hat getting gambled quite a bit because no one really likes masked flies, but I know quite a bit of people collect this hat, and there's only 9 in existence, so I guess it could be nice, and it is a misc, so I guess it could be a bit more popular. Okay, so the second to last unusual we're going to be looking into is actually a one of one in existence, but it's the Captain Cardbeard Cutthroat, coming in at 385 keys or $776.16. Now this is more of a newer unusual. I believe it was released in the summer of 2016. This unusual is actually really nice, and almost all of the effects sell for over 100 keys, and masked flies is coming in at 385, which is quite a bit of keys, so I guess if anyone's really interested in paying that much for that kind of hat, go for it, I guess. Okay, and the last hat we're going to be looking into is really unexpected actually, because I don't really see too many of these unusual hats being traded, but it's the Hazmat Headcase for Pyro, and it's actually the most expensive unusual with masked flies, and it's coming in at 443 keys, which translates to $893.09, so the Hazmat Headcase in general is a really god tier unusual, and it really ups the price of any effect it has, so I guess it really upped the price, meaning it sent masked flies to 443 keys, which is a lot of keys, and there is a seller for around 400 I believe the last time I checked, so if anyone's really interested in buying, then go for it. Alright, so that's gonna conclude the video for today, but I plan on doing more of these videos with like nuts and bolts and a lot more of those lower tier effects, like the most expensive unusual for each low tier effect. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, and for more just TF2 and gaming content, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Peace.